your girl T here, back with the Tuesday tea time video. I know you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day because you're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, what can I do differently today? What can I do differently today? We're tea timers. What can we do differently to improve our experience on this planet Earth? I was talking to a subscriber, he knows who he is, and we were having an email conversation about manifestation, and he asked me a good question. Is manifestation scientifically proven? Yes, it is. If you look back in my older videos, I don't know if you guys notice, I put all my older videos into playlists. I try to categorize them to make it easier for you guys to look up information. I talk about this, but I'll revisit it, and it's so funny. After I talk to him about this, I'm hearing so many YouTubers mention the RAS, which is the Reticular Activation system, and that's exactly what we were talking about, which just proves my point, which I will get into right now. We have a conscious brain, which is the front, and a subconscious brain. And the subconscious brain controls 90% of our programming. So when you're driving and you go to work and you don't think about how you got to work, but you get there, thank you, subconscious brain. Your conscious brain is responsible for the 10% of your thoughts, etc. The subconscious is mainly for emotions and programming, etc. The conscious brain is the one where something happens right in front of you and you respond to it. That's a conscious brain decision. But the subconscious is responsible for the better part of our decision making, our programming, if it was a computer, that would be the mainframe. When our subconscious brain, or where our subconscious brain picks up this programming, is generally between ages 1 and 7. That's when our subconscious mind is open. We don't have any preconceived notions. We are open. We pick up suggestions. We pick up truths from around us, from our parents, from our caregivers, from our environments. That's where we pick up limiting beliefs. We pick up great beliefs. We pick up whatever's around us. We can change it, but a lot of people don't realize we can change it, so they carry these beliefs into adulthood. We're always picking up new subconscious beliefs, but in order for them to stick is how much we focus on them. A subconscious program is just a belief, and a belief is something we've created by thinking a thought over and over and over, or accepting something from an emotionally triggering situation as truth. We formed a belief about it. We put a meaning onto something, and our brain solidified it into a belief for us. So where I'm going with this is we have what's called a reticular activation system in our mind. And what that does is it filters out anything that doesn't correlate with what we are focused on. So it's the example of when you're buying a new car, you are thinking about the way it's going to look, the gas, the mileage, the interior of it, how it's going to function. And you will start seeing that car everywhere if you hone in on the exact model. Like, for example, if you're buying a new BMW, you will start seeing BMWs everywhere because your brain has been so focused on that brand new car. It shows you, oh, you want a BMW? I'm going to show you all the BMWs to make life easier for you. This is where I'm trying to tell you guys the 3D is just information, because if your reticular activation system is there to filter out what it is that you are majority of the time thinking about, your 3D will show you what you have been thinking about, because it will materialize in the 3D for you. So when you are seeing that your filters have been mainly focused on things that don't serve you, that's when you pull that information from the 3D and go, oh, I've been focusing on the wrong thing. Let me just switch that up. That's why I say that 3D is for your information purposes only, because it will show you, good or bad, what you have been solely focusing on the most. Because when you think about something repetitively, that's when your subconscious will materialize it into the 3D, because your brain says to itself, oh, they're focusing on this so much, it must be true. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's true and what's not. It just knows what you focus on is what it's going to show you and what it's going to start picking up new beliefs from. That's why visualization is so effective, because your brain can't tell when a visualization is in the past, present, or future. It can only see that you're picturing this thing over and over, so it must come true. And that's why we say when you add emotion to it, it fast forwards that thing to materialize in your 3D quicker, because emotion charges your manifestation. It charges it because the neurons in your brain that you're firing for that emotional response to something, that projects your visualization that you're doing, or your situation that you're in, even quicker, because you're fueling it with happiness, sadness. Have you ever had a day, I know all of you had, when everything's going right? You wake up in a great mood, you know this is going to be an amazing day, everything just lines up for you, you feel like it's a synchronicity type of day where everything's just falling into your lap, things are working out. You are aligned to, you are, oh my goodness, my words are going well. You are aligned to a present reality where everything is working out for you and everything's going perfectly. That is what is happening. You are in a state of abundance, welcoming and receiving abundance. You're welcoming and receiving good things. So that is your reticular activation system working with you to show you all the good things coming into your life. This ties in to a lot of the emails I'm receiving. Some of you are manifesting new SPs. Some of you are still on the original SP. I'm saying SP because that's the 90% of my emails that I get is SP. When you're not jumping, but when you're moving from an old SP into a new one and it's going amazingly, everything's working out, your self-concept's on point, you're like, I got this. And then you find in your new relationship with your new SP, the old problems from your old SP are showing up in the new relationship. That is because self-concept is a continuous journey, a continuous work. It's continuous work that you must do. It's easy to manifest a significant person when they're not around you, because you are so focused on your self-concept and so focused on being a better version of yourself. You don't have anything distracting you or testing you to see where your self-concept's at. When your significant person comes into your reality and starts saying things and doing things that may trigger you, that is when it shows you what areas of your self-concept you want to look into and maybe particularly work on, because they will say and do things that may trigger you and you didn't even know these triggers were still a thing. So that's why I tell you guys all the time, don't put so much power in the 3D, because the 3D is informative. It is showing you areas that you will want to work on, areas that you will want to strengthen. And if you're asking yourself, well, oh my gosh, does this ever end? And your answer is no, it does not. Manifestation, self-growth, all of this stuff is an ever-evolving process. You will get to this level, and then you'll be at this level, and you'll want to get to this level, and then you'll be at this level, and you'll want to get to this level. You will always wanting to grow and improve, and what's the word? You'll want to evolve your process. You'll want to say, that worked for me before, but it doesn't work for me now. That's us as a human being. We always want to grow and change, which is a beautiful thing, and it's an ever-evolving process. And I'm telling you this, when you start being a master at manifesting and really understanding how manifestation works and how growth works and how gratitude works and all these things, it becomes easier. It becomes like when you're on a physical diet to lose weight. At first, it's hard because you're changing everything that you're doing. Then it just becomes every day. You just incorporate it into your day, and you know that it's working for you. And you start developing new beliefs about food. You start developing new beliefs about your perfect weight. And when you go a little bit up or when you go a little bit down, you kind of tweak your diet to bring you back to where you want to go. It's the same with a mental diet. You will know when you're starting to fall off in a certain area, and you will go, oh, that's okay. I'll affirm for that area, and it'll be back up and kicking. You will get into a routine with this, and it will become easier. I just wanted to do a video where I explain kind of the basics of manifestation, because I realize with my channel growing, some of you may not know the basics of it. If you guys want more information on how the brain functions, how it ties into manifestation, Dr. Joe Dispenza is really good at explaining it. He has a lot of people that he speaks to that are good at explaining it. There, Roxy talks about, because she does a lot of stuff to do with the RAS and stuff like that on her channel. There's so many people. Some people will simplify it. Some people will be more on the logical side of it. I like to know how things work. I like to know why they work. So I did a lot of research into how the brain works, functions, operates, to prove to myself that manifestation is real. And that could be part of your guys' work as well. Proving to yourselves that manifestation is real using the scientific side of manifestation, how the brain works, subconscious, conscious mind. And that is up to you. Some people wake up every day, affirm, get what they want, and not even question it. It's all dependent on what you want out of manifestation and how much you want to know about manifestation. But that is part of the work that people talk about. There's also a show called Impact Theory with Ted Bilyeu, and he is the founder of Quest Bars, or Quest, the company, and he brings on guests that are really thought provoking, and they talk about everything to do with growth and your mindset journey. So there's lots of resources for you out there to find out more about what you are doing along your journey, and to see people who have been through it and give you their tips and tricks on how they got their success on their own journey, to do kind of comparative notes to. Anyways, this video is going long. You all know I like under 10 minutes, 5 at best. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. I love y'all, but not as much as you should be loving yourselves. Bye.